Hello and welcome to the Wiltshire Caravans video for the Swift Sprite Major for FB. This is the 2015. As I always do on these videos, I will take you around to the back to start. You can probably hear Harley in the background. Big shout out to Harley. Right, okay, here we are. We've got grab handles on either side. Light clusters, so that's for your reversing lights, indicators, brake lights, and your running lights. Corner steadies down at the back, and an area for your number plate as well. Okay, just take you down to the offside. Okay, so the toilet cassette is the standard Thetford cassette. I have already unlocked the cassette box. Just for ease of use on these videos, I haven't unlocked this. Basically, this is where the pink rinse goes in. So diluted. Just have a look at the bottle that you've got that you purchased. Have a look on the dilution requirements on the instructions. I use an old 2-litre pop bottle. I just put the required amount in and then top it up with water and just pour it directly in. Okay, so the cassette itself, standard Thetford cassette. Comes out very nicely like this. So it just comes out, pull that out. You may be surprised it's a bit bright light today. This big golden thing in the sky, not used to that. Right, okay, so to empty out, you'll know when you need to empty out. There's a light on next to the toilet flush that comes on when the cassette requires emptying. So undo the lid, put that somewhere safe. You do not want that going anywhere near the point that the waste goes into. So you then lift forward and press on this orange button to release any gas or airlocks in there. That will empty out everything quite nicely. Right, you'll want to rinse out your cassette. So slide this back and open this flap there. Okay, you just see inside there the float, so it indicates when it's full up. So at this point, just rinse out. Again, keep this thing safe. Don't let it fall down the hole because you will have to go and get it. Not a pleasant thought. So, but when putting this back in, close that flap, slide that back into place. And then you'll need to put some blue fluid into the cassette. So, nice cork there. It's got levels on there. So put the required level in and dilute to whatever it says so on the instructions of your preferred fluid. Okay, there. So just slide that then back in. Happy days. On here, because it's got the pink fluid requirement, there's a little pipe that lives up there. When winterizing, take that down, open up this bung, and all the pink fluid that's been in there will just run out using gravity, because you don't want anything left in there over winter. Okay, so that's the toilet cassette. Okay, down the bottom, you've got your 2 waste outlets. That's for the 2 sinks, bathroom and kitchen, and for your shower. Further along, there we've got the alloy wheels. They are torqued to 130 Newton meters. You also see you've got on this particular model, there's the PowerTouch Classic manual engaged motor mover. There's a separate video for motor movers. Here we've just got the vents for the fridge freezer, and then we've got the battery box. Battery box, not surprisingly, contains a battery and your electric hookup. Also in here, behind the electric hookup, you can't really see it here, there is the point to engage the motor mover. Now they're placed there so you cannot actually activate the motor mover whilst you're plugged into the electric hookup. That is a good thing. Also, just a word to the wise, this flap here, when your legs are up, when your corner steadies are up, I always make sure this is locked, closed and locked, only because you don't want the, should an unfortunate thing happen with the jockey wheel, you don't want that hitting the floor, because the floor will always win in a little battle royale. Right, okay, next, water pump. This is where your water pump goes into. The water pump itself is there. It's the Truma water pump system here. No pump, no electricity in this actual pump. There's an onboard pump for that, but that just clips in there like so. That goes over there to stop any dirt going into your fresh water, and that then the pump draws it in from the barrel. Okay, to release that, just that little trigger, click it and pull it out. Nice and easy system to use. Also there you've got the an exhaust part, so the trimmer heating, it's a blown air heating on this particular model. With the, if you're using gas, that's the exhaust point for the gas. Okay. Going around to the front, we're running on the Alco chassis. In the gas locker, like I said, I've already opened these things. Space for 2 gas bottles. That's your spare wheel. Quite a nice size area. Also in here you've got your CRIS number, also the maximum plated weight of 1350 on here. Very nice. Single large window at the front, and there's your grab handles. You need to move it around manually. Of course you have got the motor mover, so that helps. Here's some important information down by the door. So you've got the CRIS number, the model, the massive running order. The maximum plated weight is actually 1325 on here. Tyre pressure at 55 psi. Alloy wheels, the torque is 130 Newton meters. If you need to put the spare steel wheel on, the torque you require is 88 Newton meters. Okay, so you've got an awning light out there. And then just there is an external locker going under the bed. So next we'll go inside the van and show you how things work there. Welcome to the van. Just take my shoes off and have a little wander around before we go into the more detailed handover information. It's got the French bed, they call it. Why do they call it the French bed? I don't know. Maybe one day someone will put a comment on that as to why they're called French beds. That'd be appreciated. Right, so there's the toilet, obviously the bathroom. I do apologise if you get any reflections of my lovely visage in here. We were going to get Brad Pitt to do these videos, but I was apparently cheaper. Let's get to the important bits. So you've got on site, you've levelled up, everyone's happy, you've got your electricity plugged in. You're going to need to turn on the power to the system. Now, the power button is above the door. And you see the power button here. So that's your power on, power off, power on. As you see, that lights up just to show you the battery levels. It does. You can view the battery level by pressing that battery levels. You've got your water pump. I'll take you through that in a minute, but very quickly, when you've got your aqua roll and your pump inserted in and you want to run water in, press water pump. You can hear that in the background. That's your internal water pump. Just giving everything, trying to drag anything through. There's no water in there at the moment. It's all been drained out. Just to show you where the water drainage is. Under here, that yellow tap, that is the part that drains all the water out. When it's in a vertical position, all the water will drain out from your hot water tank and from your taps, but make sure you open the taps. Particularly important for winterizing. An excellent idea. Necessary idea, I should say. Right, here is your brake. Also got your breaker switches and your fuses. Also in here, you may come into a caravan and you cannot switch the power on at the top above the door. You've got a system shutdown button here. So that turns off everything off there and then turns it back on. You then got power to your charger, battery charger, and to your hot water and heating. So that's a very important place to look at times. Right, so back up to here. So whilst we're talking about hot water and heating, the system in here is in here is the Truma system. Okay, so we need to turn on. Everything's on this rotary button here. Press the button and that will turn on. First thing that flashes on is the little motorhome. That's for the internal temperature. Currently it's switched off because it's nice and warm in here. However, just using the rotary dial, turn it up to whatever you need. You can go up as high as 30 degrees if you want to grow orchids. Currently it's nice and warm in here. It's just for argument's sake, we'll set it to 15 degrees. Okay, so by pressing that, that's now selected that, and the van will go to 15 degrees. Next one, if you turn the dial, is for the hot water. So the options are off, 40 degrees, 60 degrees, and boost. Now, I would say 40 degrees is likely to be high enough most of the time. However, you know, if you're going to have a shower, I would turn it up to 60. So that's your water temperature. Then you've got a mix. The next icon is a gas bottle and the electricity icon. Press on that. At the moment it's saying gas. Well, we haven't got any gas connected. Mix 1 would be gas and electric. Mix 2, gas and more electric. An electric 1 and electric 2. I would say in the UK, select electric 2 if you're on an electric hookup site. Simply because at that point you've already paid for electricity. Why use your own gas? Then you've got the fan icon next. You've got eco or high. They are your options. They are your only options. Depends how much air you want blowing through and how noisy you want it to be. There is some noise from the fan. It's not drastic, but there is noise from the fan. Okay, so you've also got, let's go to the timer. If you want to set a timer for anything, that's up to you. Also, that is the go back button. You've also got to set the time, and the time at the moment is 11:13. So if I set that for you, 11:13, all set, and back. So 15 degrees is the temperature we're aiming for, and we're currently on electricity. As we can see, we're on eco. All good. Right, okay, so to the rest of the van, obviously just obviously, it might not be obvious. Plenty of cupboard space within the caravan. Here at the front, also got a table, so you can put on your cups of tea, coffee, glasses of red wine, Bacardi and Cokes, Dr. Pepper, whatever your particular preference is. Okay, some drawer space as well. This is also where the slats come out to make the bed up at the front. We've already been under the front of that one. There's just storage space in this side. Over here on the right hand side, that's where your stereo is. It's got a CD player in this one as well. Speakers are at the front. Also at the front here, we've got light switch for the overhead lights. Also, we've got some individual spotlights. I haven't shown you that, so these all switch off on and off individually. Blinds. All of the windows have got fly screens and blackout blinds. Now, just a word of warning: when you are closing or opening the blinds back up again, hang on to them because they can spring up quite quickly. On this front sunroof, there's just the fly screen. Just the blackout screen, no fly screen because that doesn't open. Right, to the kitchen area, post haste. So you've got electric socket there for kettle, toaster, whatever. Light switch for the kitchen. You've got the Thetford fridge. Okay, so to turn this on, you've got the power on there. That comes on. Now that's currently set to electricity, as you can see there, and that's the temperature. You can keep the middle button pressed in. When that flashes, you can then use the arrows to go to gas or run from the leisure battery. Now if you're running from the leisure battery, that will maintain the temperature of a fridge, it will not cool it down from the very beginning. Okay, now, if you need a 13-pin socket on your tow bar as well, so make sure the fridge is already cold. Obviously, if you're in storage, you won't be able to do that, but it will certainly keep your stuff cold on the way home. So the middle button is the sort of select button. Press and hold to change. Then it will flash again. The temperature thing will flash. Press that again, and that will keep the temperature. That will keep you on the electricity. Fridge itself, nice size freezer box for the ice for those said Bacardi and Cokes. Because I'm told I'm not allowed to say gin and tonic anymore. Oh, there you go. Said it. Never mind. Okay, right. Mixer tap on the for the largest sink. Microwave oven. I'm not going to teach you how to use a microwave oven. It's a microwave. It does have its own isolator plug up there in the cupboard. Lots of drawer space again. Cutlery. You've got some nice little racks that come out in here. Some nice little bottles of wine holders, I would say, but that's me personally. I shouldn't judge, and nor should you. Right, cooker, Thetford cooker, glass lid goes up. You've got 3 gas burners on here. The spark here. Separate grill. Doesn't feel like it's ever been opened. So separate grill, separate oven. That certainly doesn't look like it's ever been used. Under there, we do have just a little storage cupboard, so I might get a few very small pots or pans in there. Opposite side of the kitchen, you've got the area for your TV. This one's already got a TV stand, a TV bracket in. More storage under here. This is for your awning light. I see this one's already got an auxiliary cable plumbed in, so I'm assuming that goes through to the speakers at the front. Then you've got an aerial point 12-volt socket and another 230-volt socket. Good thing about this TV bracket here, because you can shut that down, you can just open that up and watch TV in bed on the same TV. You don't have to keep using 2 televisions. Happy days. Just went straight past them. Right, okay, you've got individual light switches on all of the lights in the ceiling. You do have a nice sized wardrobe. Here's got the TV antenna point. So undo that, lift up, point it in the same direction as everyone else has got. There's a button on there. So that's your TV booster aerial. So whenever you get on site, see where everyone's pointing their aerials. Do the same. At that point, retune your television. So French bed, as I said earlier, don't know why they're called French beds, but this just lift up, so it'll give you lots of storage space in there. More cupboard space than you can shake a stick at. Individual reading lights. Then to the bathroom. I will say, oh, there you've got the freestanding table, that's in there, and there's a scary picture. Okay, toilet area. As I said earlier, this is the light that comes on when the cassette needs emptying. There's a flush. The toilet seat will move around to whatever's comfortable for you. When you've done what you need to do and you want to empty the contents into the cassette, just slide that slider across. But once that's done, remember to bring it back. If you don't bring it back, it will be very difficult, nigh on impossible, to take the cassette out without breaking it. Also got light switches in here. The shower. Individual light. Another scary picture area. Hello. Yeah, the shower itself, shower screen. Nicely done. Make sure when you're traveling that this clip is, the shower screen is clipped in. shower itself, quite a nice little shower. Mixer tap. Got a cabinet up here, a few bits and bobs. There's the plug. And the cabinet underneath the sink as well. So, all in all, the Sprite, yeah, it's a lovely little van. Okay, the skylights, I've opened this one because it was getting warm in here. To open and close, press that button, bring down to slide towards you and open up. Always remember to close them before you travel. Skylight with everything in there. So all in all, lovely little caravan. If you've got any questions, please do give us a call on 01373 827. No, it's not. What am I talking about? 01373 752 100. I don't really need to give you my mum's telephone number, so yeah, absolutely bonkers, but there you go. Finally, so you've got carbon monoxide and a smoke alarm in here as well. Large bin. And that's it. Enjoy your caravan, enjoy your holidays. Thank you very much.